Good evening and welcome to episode 88. As always, we'll start with our gratitude attitude. So, if you would please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all the tension in your muscles drip away. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you're thankful for that happened in the past week. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. And now, let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so in the past, we briefly touched on six perfections. Six perfections are the guide to living a life on the right path, the path that leads to enlightenment. Now, that's a tall order for sure, but practicing these six perfections would certainly make our daily lives joyful, and it would bring joy to the people around us. So, today I want to discuss one of those perfections, the perfection of moral discipline. In the book, The Bodhisattva Vow, Geshe Kelsang Gyatso defines moral discipline as a virtuous mental determination to abandon any fault or any action that is motivated by such a determination. That's it. It's that simple. If we know something is wrong, and we make a determination to avoid that and follow through with it, right? Not just determination to avoid it, we actually avoid it, then we are practicing moral discipline. It's not that complicated if you think about it. Now, there are three types of moral discipline. One, the moral discipline of restraint. Two, the moral discipline of generating virtuous or positive karma. And three, the moral discipline of benefiting other living beings. So let's look at each one in detail. The moral discipline of restraint is abstaining from non-virtuous or negative acts. You see, to practice this type of moral discipline, we first need to understand dangers of committing negative action. Make a promise to abandon such negative actions and then follow through with it. Simply not doing something without knowing that it's wrong is actually not moral discipline. For example, a 2-year-old does not know that killing is bad. If they abstain from killing, they are not practicing moral discipline. Now, on the other hand, a 5-year-old knows killing is bad and then avoids killing ants. They are practicing moral discipline. So, if we understand the dangers of 10 non virtuous actions, these are the 10 negative karmas we discussed at length during our karma session. We promise to refrain from them and then follow through on that promise. We are practicing moral discipline of restraint. And if you're not ready to abandon all of those 10 negative actions all at once, we can take a vow to refrain from one particular type of non virtuous action for a certain period. No killing for a week, for example. Once we keep that promise, we can increase the duration of our promise for a longer time in the next iteration, right? That's how we get better. To practice this, we need to rely on our MAC technique. M for mindfulness. We need to be mindful so we don't forget our vows. A for alert. We need to stay alert so that when delusions crop up, right? Anger comes around. We can use our consciousness to avoid negative actions. Next type of moral discipline is generating virtuous karma. To me, this is easier than actually the first one. But like anything else, depending upon our own karma, we find one type of moral discipline easier than the other. In this moral discipline, we need to try and generate positive karma. And again, it's important to be mindful of what it is that we are doing for that to be considered moral discipline. And I'm sure there are lots of benefits of accidental positive karma. But positive karma created by mindfulness has the full effect, if you will. So, we can make a determination that, okay, I'm going to help some elderly person once a week for an hour. Or I'm going to donate X amount of my income every month. Or I'm going to pray for someone who's hurting, who's going through tough time in life, right? That's all moral discipline of generating positive karma. The last type of moral discipline is the benefiting other living beings. This is the moral discipline of helping others in whatever way we can. We can offer material help if someone needs it. We can offer advice, right? If they are going through some tough time in their life, we can teach them dharma. We can pray for them, and so on, so forth. When we help others, we should be sensitive to their needs and their state of mind, their experience, and their point of view. Because if we come down as holier than thou, no matter how good the advice may be, they are not likely to follow it. And we are not doing any good to anybody. So there's actually an interesting story about a Tibetan monk. This guy had a good size following, every day few hundred people will show up to listen to him. And one day he was giving this teaching on a throne. All his followers are listening to him. And this lady shows up with an infant. Now, the lady had an infant who was sick. And her previous child died at a young age. So she was worried that this child may not survive. So somebody in the village told her that, hey, if you put this kid in the care of this monk, she'll thrive. So, that's the best way for her to survive. So this lady, she wanted this monk to, I guess, take care of the baby or whatnot. She goes while this teaching is going on with her infant. She puts this baby in front of, in his, just near his throne, uh, and says out loud, here, this is your baby, take care of it. And then quietly whispers, please take care of my baby, she's sick. Please don't say no. So everybody hears that, this must be monk's baby or whatnot. And the monk didn't say anything. He just nodded and asked, just uh, showed a signal so that she could leave. And she left. Monk started taking care of this infant, and she's doing really well. She's not sick anymore. And all of a sudden, few years go by. The child's thriving. Lady finds out my kid's thriving. So the lady goes back and says, hey, can I have my baby back? And monk says, happy to, right? So she took her baby back. So for few years, right, the monk pretended that he was the father of this baby, uh, just to help this lady, right? I mean, that's tough to do. Most of us would say, hey, what the heck's going on, right? But he realized that if he challenged the lady, he would not be able to help the lady and the baby for that matter. So when we help, we just need to be careful. And I know none of us are monks, but if we apply some of these teachings at a small level, right, life would be much better. So that's the sermon for the day. In our meditation today, we'll first settle down at our hearts, as always. Then we'll perform what is known as absorption of cessation of thoughts meditation. I know it's a mouthful, but all that means is we're going to stop thinking. No thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. We do this by imagining ourselves as a piece of wood. See, a piece of wood has no feelings, has no thoughts, has no emotions. Just like that, we'll stay still in our mind, experiencing a deep peace. I remember growing up, my mom used to Patraja say, yeah, maybe I was meditating at the time, I don't know. We'll hold that peace as long as we can. Toward the end, we'll contemplate the benefits of practicing moral discipline. And then we'll make a strong determination to practice moral discipline and hold that determination single pointedly. That's the plan. If you are ready, let's begin. Please get into your meditation posture, cross seated position. If you are sitting in a chair, keep your legs straight, back upright, spine erect, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. So that way, any tension you may have in your jaws will dissipate. Palms in your laps, right over left, thumbs gently touching each other. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, imagine all your stress dripping away. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath at your nostrils. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention at sensation of your breath for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Notice the peaceful nature That is your root mind. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just enjoy. Now, imagine you are a piece of wood. A piece of wood has no feelings, it has no thoughts, it has no emotions. Stay still like a piece of wood. If a thought comes, remind yourself you are a piece of wood. Enjoy the stillness within. Remember, you are a piece of wood. No thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. With that stillness, let's contemplate benefits of moral discipline. It will bring joy to our life. It will bring peace within. It will bring joy to those around us. And it will put us on a path to liberation. Contemplate that for a moment or two. Now, let's make a determination. I must practice moral discipline. Single pointedly hold that thought at your heart. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions? Go ahead, Sun.
Uh, what was the name of this practice?
Absorption of cessation of thoughts.
Thank
That
you.
means we are stopping all our thoughts. So they say that if someone's really mentally upset, like almost depressed state, if you do this for 10 minutes, it brings them back up real fast. So if you're feeling down ever,
Mhm.
do this for 5-10 minutes and it just mentally brings you up.
Got it.
It's a little bit difficult to practice compared to a lot of other things we do
Mhm.
because mind wants to wander, right? So
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.